Okay, some people needed some help on density questions. There's really one kind of key thing you need to remember with the density questions. Weight equals volume times density. So one thing I just want you to remember is just think W equals volume times density. This is what you need. Now weight is usually given in like kilograms or pounds. Volume is something like meters cubed or centimeters cubed or feet cubed. And density is something like kilograms divided by millimeters cubed. Or like pounds divided by feet cubed. The relationship works because when you multiply kilograms per meters times meters, the meters cancel. That leaves you with kilograms. Or density of pounds per feet cubed, and you multiply times feet cubed, you get pounds. But the key thing for you to remember is I want you just to remember that weight equals volume times density. There's a couple of questions in the that you were asked. One of them is this one. You may not get this particular question, but I want to show you how this works. It says Joey finds a treasure chest packed with metal coins. A chest has a volume of 1.5 meters cubed. The coins have a total mass of 16,950 kilograms. Hoping to find gold, he calculates the density. So right away I know this is a density question, and I remember that weight equals volume times density. So I'm going to plug in what they give me. They give me my weight is 16,950 kilograms equals, then the other thing they said the chest has right here has a volume of this. So I'm going to put my volume in there, which is 1.5 times my density. Well, I don't know the density. That's what I'm looking for, is the density. Okay, because the density, certain metals have different densities. So all I have to do now is get my calculator out, and you guys can't see that anyway, but I'm going to take that 16,950 and divide by 1.5. And that's going to give me my density of 11,300. Okay, and so now I have to do, to answer that question, is figure out which choice is the one that has 11,300. Okay, another example where they can make it more complicated is something like they have a Raiders of the Ark question here, and I'll read it to you, then I'm going to do it with you. The opening scene of Raiders of the Ark's Indiana Jones replaces a gold statue with a bag of sand. The platform on which the statue is placed is designated to detect the mass of the statue. If the bag of the sand has a different mass than the statue, then the mechanism triggers and defects and destruction ensues. So what we have here is we have sand and gold. We need that to stay balanced. The question says the density of gold is about 20 grams per centimeter cubed. The density of sand can be estimated at 2 pounds. So they give me two densities. The solid gold statue can be modeled as a cylinder with height of 15 centimeters and a radius of centimeter. Okay, so what I need here is I need the volume. What is the volume of sand it needs to trigger? So I need the volume of the sand. What I have is I have sand. Let me see if I can do this on here. Flip it over. I have sand, and its weight has to equal the weight of the gold. If it doesn't, then all of a sudden the mechanism triggers and chaos ensues. Well, weight is volume times density. Volume times density of the gold. So those have to match up. Now, if I read the question again, let's see what information they give me. They tell me the density of gold is 20 grams per centimeters cubed. That means where I have the gold, my density I'm going to put, and I just now forgot because I'm so slow, is 20. It says the density of sand can be estimated at 2.5. So they give me the density is 2.5. Now I'm still missing to 2 volumes, okay? I need one of the 2 volumes. It says the gold statue can be modeled of a cylinder with this. Hey, wait a minute. They tell me the cylinder, it's a cylinder with a height of 15 centimeters and a radius of 4 centimeters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. I'm going to do some side work. I can figure out the gold statue, the volume of the gold statue, because it's a cylinder. And we just did cylinders. We know that cylinders are pi radius square times height. It's a cylinder. That's the formula. It's on your formula sheet. And they tell me, let's look at what they told me. They told me that the cylinder has a height of 15 and a radius of 4. Hey, they didn't give me that information, but I can figure it out. So pi times radius, and I already forgot because you know how slow I am. The radius is 4 square, my favorite game ever, times the height, which they said was 15. If I multiply this out, I'm not going to use the pi because they didn't tell me to. They said leave it as pi. So I'm going to leave pi there. And I'm going to go 4 square in my calculator times 15. So I have 240, and then I have the pi. But I'm not going to multiply times pi there. Okay. Now, why did I do that? Because now I can come over here and I'm going to say, I found out the volume of the gold was 240 pi times my 20. Now over here, I hope the question asks me for the volume of the sand. Because if I look at this, I get the volume of the sand times 2.5 equals 240 times 20 pi. That's 4,800 pi. All that I have to do now to find volume is to divide both sides by 2.5. Now I'm just going to leave the pi there because I don't want to worry about it. So 4,800 divided by 2.5 equals 1920 pi. So there's some examples for you, and you might even get the same exact questions. Please text or email me any additional questions that you may have.